All right, let's open it up for questions. Let's go with Steven from the Slice. Steven, go right ahead, please.
Hey, Casper, congrats on the win. A lot of people have talked about your career as like you're a amazing hardcourt player. How do you feel that this win as your first tournament on hardcourt affects your kind of identity going forward as a player?
I think you said wrong, but that's okay. You said that people look at me as an amazing hardcourt player. And
I meant clay court player, and this is your first hardcourt tournament. My apologies.
Maybe they changed now after this week, but
that's what I hope.
Yeah, no, I think you're not the first one to ask, and I always, say the same, that I don't mind at all being known as being a maybe better clay court player. That's the surface I feel more comfortable on, and I will probably do it for many years, but I'm always trying to develop on hard courts, and I had some good hard court results also. And in fact, my best slam result is on hard courts from Australia this year. So it's not like I hate playing on hard courts at all. It's just I haven't had the same results. But here I have I played some of my best tennis of my career so far this week, and especially today in this final, I played really well. So I always enjoy playing hard court and like the kind of challenge with it, and sometimes I think it's good for me to develop other aspects of my game, like slicing a little bit and trying to come to the net here and there that you don't do too much on clay. So this week has been a great week for me, and hopefully I can keep building on this court form and momentum.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, Chris Otto, go ahead, Chris.
Casper, congrats on your title. Great job today.
You.
Does it make it a little bit more special given the level of competition you face, especially starting off with Andy Murray, who I know is an inspiration to you in many ways?
Yeah, no, I think, like you said, I think we all were looking at the starting field of San Diego and thought, wow, this is a tough tournament. And including myself, I thought this would be a very, very tough challenge. And, I knew that I was second seeded, but still there were so many good players and such a strong cut on who was able to enter the tournament. So it's one of the strongest ATP 250s of the year. And even on hardcourt, and for me to be able to win it on Sunday is something I will, remember for the next days and think back on as something that can motivate me and give me more confidence to play good matches on the surface against really good players.
Can you tell me briefly about your mentality for playing finals? Because you're relatively young at 22, and a lot of guys, it takes them time figure out how to perform in these important matches. And yet this year you've been impressive, and today was probably your best final of all of them. Mm-hmm. What do you do to prepare yourself for these type of big matches? And why do you think you've been able to figure it out so young in your career?
Yeah, no, I think good question. I think the first final I ever played, I lost a tough 3-setter. It was in Houston on clay. It was a special week for me, reaching my first final. It was 2.5 years ago. So that really kind of hurt because I saw that everything that happens after a final is much more fun for whoever wins. So I think just that feeling is something I was seeking and wanted to experience. And when I did the year after in Buenos Aires, I enjoyed it a lot. And even though, you have to take a lot of pictures here and there, it's still a fun feeling and a great feeling. And then again in Santiago after my Buenos Aires win last year, I experienced, similar things. I was up. I kind of felt like I not had the match, but I had many chances and I let it slip away in the final in Santiago. And that was also a really, really painful loss. So I kind of just, in a way, didn't say it to myself, but tried to be really playing really good in finals and knowing that, this is now or never. This is time to bring your A game. And this year I've been perfect in finals, 5 of 5. So, and playing against good players in all of them, and matchups that could have gone either ways. But this win today, tastes sweet.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Let's go over to Andrew from atbtour.com.
Casper.
Hey, Casper, congratulations.
Thanks. Oh,
Sorry, I thought someone else was talking. So it's already October and you're now leading the tour in titles. Just how cool is that for you? And how closely have you been paying attention to the race? Obviously now you move up to 8th and are putting yourself in a pretty good position with a month left in the season to qualify for Turin.
yeah, no, I think I've been up to date with the race because you and many others, they ask me pretty much every single week if I'm following and if I know where I am and all these things. So I know that now I will jump up to 8, and it's fun because Yannick and Hubert are, I think, my closest, not competitors, but the guys behind me. And within these 2 weeks, we've all won our tournament each. So it's a strong competition now, and I think us three, I think, are the closest ones to capturing the last 2 spots. Obviously, there are some big events that will be played now in New Orleans. There are 1,000 points on the line, and also in Paris and Vienna. So there is no way I can kind of relax and think that I will make it, because I have to try to think that Hubert or Yannick, they can both do really well results. So I have to do the same. And that's fun. I think that's how it should be. It should be a strong competition, and whoever gets there in the end deserves it more. That's as simple as this. But, this win really helps me. And part of the year where, previously I haven't done too well. It's great to have another tournament win on the end of the year. It's an event that was never played before. So I think they should play San Diego more times in October in the future years.
Andrew, any follow-up?
And just quickly, Casper, obviously you have Novak, Daniil among the players who have 4 titles. How cool is it that you now lead everyone with 5?
Yeah, no, that's a fun thing when you say it. But obviously, Daniil and Novak, they have bigger titles. So I wish I wouldn't mind switching up with them if I had the opportunity to switch from 5 to 50 to 3 slams and 250. I think Novak has. So it's a bit higher level, but that's fine. I think that's more impressive, obviously, than 5 250s. But I will take it. I'm leading this week and probably the next week, and we'll see if Daniil and Novak can win one more. We will tie, but it will be fun to end the year with the most titles. I cannot lie about that.
Okay. Alex Gruskin, go ahead, Alex.
Thank you very much. Congratulations on your title today, Casper. I'm curious, you've never played in an Indian Wells main draw before. I know you've had the opportunity to play qualies there a couple of times. What do the next few days look like as you prepare for that event, and how excited are you to make your debut there?
Yeah, no, it's quite interesting because I came to LA last year after playing Davis Cup at home in March, and an hour after we landed in LA, they shut down the tournament. So it was a bit of a bummer, and it was a long trip because I had just come from South America. I flew all the way to Norway and then all the way back to LA, and they canceled it. So that was tough, but it was not the worst place to be stuck. I love playing golf, so I stayed for like 10 days to play golf and enjoy some time off. And I will probably play some golf again tomorrow. So I think I've played more golf in Indian Wells the last 2 years than tennis. So it's time from I think Tuesday or Wednesday, it's time to play some tennis again. And I'm looking forward to playing the event as a main draw player, as a seeded player. I will have a bye, and I will take the time now the days to recover and recharge the batteries and go full for Indian Wells. It's an event I've watched on TV all my life, hoping to be there myself one day, and now I will.
Yeah, no, and if I may follow up, you look back to that time 18 months ago, how much has changed? You're, I believe, 55-20 over that stretch. That's a lot of wins. That's also a ton of matches. I'm curious how your body is feeling. It feels like it has been now about 12 months of consecutive play heading into these final weeks.
No, I think honestly, I'm feeling good. Obviously, it's been a lot of matches this year, but if you look at other players, they've also played a lot. And I think in the earlier days of maybe Nadal and Federer and these guys that played up to 80, 90 matches in a year. So I think I played like 60 or 60 something this year. So I played quite a lot, but not anywhere close to what is possible to play if you do well every single week. So it obviously helps when you win. It's easier to try to recover, but yeah, I'm ready to go full for the last events. It's not that many more tournaments, so that helps the motivation up, staying up. And I'm also traveling with a private physiotherapist who takes care of my body, so that has also helped a lot.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the title. Enjoy the golf.
Thank you.
Bill Simon, go ahead, Bill.
Congratulations, Casper. Wonderful week. Well done.
Thank you.
A very general question. If you had to sort of break down your game and simply explain the strengths of your tennis game on court, how would you describe it?
I think honestly a lot depends on, of course, for everyone, serve and return. But in my case, to serve well and follow up, after the first shot is something I'm working a lot on always, and trying to play as many forehands as I can after every serve. When I play a forehand after my first serve or second serve, the statistic shows that I'm winning more points than I'm losing. So that's always something I'm trying to do. And the forehand is where I create, the points and the winners and the offensive shots, and also a little bit on how I feel in my legs. If I feel like if I move well, I can play well. If I'm not moving well, it's tough for me to play well. So footwork is obviously key, and also serving well and following up serving with good ground strokes is what I think myself, that I look at myself as this kind of player.
And now you've gotten into the top 10, an incredible achievement. What, in your own mind, what do you hope to do in the sport? What really are your aspirations, your goals?
I think, when I was young growing up, what, made me want to become a player was watching Nadal and Federer on TV when they were, starting their careers. They kind of broke through, and we watched them all on TV playing the Grand Slams, the finals against each other. Kind of as a young boy, I wished I could be there myself one day, and then motivation kept growing and growing. And I think I've always, biggest dream of mine is one day to try to win the Grand Slam. That's, I think, the same goal for many, many players. And that's the ultimate goal and the dream. And if that doesn't happen, that's okay. At least I know I did all I could. And I know I have a lot of competitors that think the same way. So hopefully I can stay around for more years and have more chances. But I know it's probably one of the toughest challenges in our sport to win the Grand Slam.
Thank you.
All right, let's get a couple more in here. Let's Lautaro, go ahead, Lautaro.
Hi, Casper. Gratuliere for your title. Well, I want to ask you, I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I remember when you won here that we talk about your country and the no tradition in tennis. You played Davis Cup a few weeks ago, and I want to ask you if you know what repercussion that are you having in your country, and what are you expect to make for the tennis in Norway. Thanks, and well, good luck in the next. And we hope in Buenos Aires.
Thank you. No, I think in Norway the sport is growing. In slowly but steady, I guess. And I think for a small country like Norway, we're only 5 million people. It's good to have some athletes in sport like tennis, and we also have a very good golf player these days. Victor Hovland is doing well, so that makes the people kind of follow golf more. And I guess it will happen a little bit of the same with me in tennis. It's not that I know for sure, but I know that everyone in my team, I know they're following, and obviously also some of my closest friends are following a lot of matches, and I think they enjoy because Norway now has kind of one golf player and one tennis player that are doing well and that people can watch on TV almost every single week. So that's good for the people, and hopefully that can inspire young kids to pick up the racket, maybe instead of the skis, because we had skis in Norway we say that the kids are born with skis on their feet, so I don't want the people to stop going to skiing, but if we have more options and more sports that athletes from Norway are doing well in, I think they can come more in the future. It's not like I think that maybe Norway will have 10 top 100 players in 10 years, but 1 or 2 is something that obviously we're aiming for and hoping for, but then of course we need to also be able to have the courts and everything available. So it's a little bit tough, but I hope, of course, I can be a part of the sport growing in Norway. Yeah.
Okay. Joel Drucker, do you have a question?
No.
Okay. Helen, why don't you finish it off, please? Go ahead, Helen.
Yes, congratulations, Casper. What a whole week, I have to say. Brilliant tennis. Do you astonish yourself?
In Norwegian, right?
Yes.
Ja, nei, jeg er jo selvfølgelig litt overrasket her jeg sitter om at jeg har vunnet min første turnering på hardcourt, og ikke minst min 50 år. Det har vært utrolig gøy, en veldig morsom uke, og ikke minst gøy å få lov til å spille i en ny by i San Diego. Det har vært utrolig fint her. Du har merket det på publikum, og fansen har vært veldig involvert, og det virker som de er veldig glad i tennis her borte, så det har vært gøy fra første til siste stund egentlig. Nå drar man fra byen og håper selvfølgelig man kan komme tilbake her og spille flere turneringer, men med en ny pokal i bagen, det er noe som er veldig, veldig gøy, og noe jeg alltid kan huske på hvis jeg kommer tilbake til San Diego.
And 5 titles this year, the most successful play on the ATP, but you still have a little bit of an analysis versus the ones who have 4.
Ja, nei da, altså, det er gøy å lede den statistikken, absolutt. 5 hadde ikke akkurat trodd det da jeg begynte året, at jeg skulle klare å vinne 5 stykker i år, men sånn det da blitt, og jeg tar det gjerne. Så det andre som har vunnet 4, blant annet det vel Medvedev og Djokovic. Djokovic har 3 av disse jo Grand Slam, så sa vel at jeg hadde gjerne byttet mine 5 mot hans 4, kan du si, hvis det skulle vært på den måten, men det er gøy å lede, og får vi se om jeg klarer å lede noen ut året eller ikke, men vi får se. Hver seier for min del veldig viktig for å bygge selvtillit, og jeg jo fortsatt ung og har en ung karriere, så jeg håper at dette kan være bare starten, og at jeg kan selvfølgelig kjempe på flere titler av karrieren min, og ikke minst også prøve å komme lenger i de aller største turneringene etter hvert.
And there's a really big fight for this race to Torino. I mean, you did an analysis, unbelievable that all of you are neck to neck. You're winning the tournaments on the same week.
Ja, nei, det spennende og gøy å følge med, så det som jeg sa, nå har Urkaks og Sinner vunnet turneringer de siste uken, og jeg også, så det vel oss 3 på en måte som de aller nærmeste på denne rankingen og dette racet, men jeg får fortsatt mange poeng som skal deles ut før året omme, og før Torino skal spilles, så jeg må bare fortsette å prøve å gjøre det bra, på en eller annen måte tenke at ikke dette skjedde, at jeg virkelig trenger poeng nå, og prøve å gjøre det bra i Indian Wells, ikke minst, som forhåpentligvis en turnering jeg kan gjøre det bra i, og forhold som kan passe meg godt.
And my quick last is just, what an honor. Rod Laver, you got to know him at the Laver Cup. And then he's there in San Diego, gives you the trophy. And the commentator says that he said when he saw you play, you are the real deal. You've got many compliments, but is this one of the top ones?
Absolutt, det hyggelig å få et fra en legende som Rod Laver, og han var der forrige uke også i Boston under Laver Cup, og jeg sa vel også etter at kampen at han må gjerne komme på flere kamper, for jeg spiller virkelig godt når han kommer og ser på, så håper han kan komme og se på Indian Wells også, men det var en ære å få trofé delt ut av han en legende som vi alle vet, og han har klart dette å vinne alle Grand Slam i et år, og det står det stor respekt av den dag i dag fortsatt, så det var veldig gøy å få møte han igjen. Jeg fikk jo møte han første gang i Laver Cup i Boston, så var det gøy at han her. Jeg vet at han bor her i San Diego, så gøy at han tok turen i dag i finalen.
Thank
All
you
right.
and all the best. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you for your time.
Thanks. Congratulations. Thanks, Greg, for all the week.